Okay, we're gonna do like a little Q&A. I put on Instagram some questions for people to ask, so we're just gonna go through them really quick and see what your answers are here.
I also like that we're at a golf course and I can't play golf. I can barely do putt-putt, but it's nice.
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
All right, starting strong. Favorite romantasy series so far?
Probably, I mean, I've only read a handful, but probably Fourth Wing. Maybe just because it's my first. I was like, because I didn't know what to expect. You know, the whole thing with Liam in book one, it was kind of a lot. But I went into it thinking, initially I thought romantasy was like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with a Sword. And it was totally different. And after reading those books, it's like, okay, I gotta keep reading these because they're so good.
What?
I feel like I should be laying down. This is a lot of sitting upright.
I know the other day somebody was asking me, like, oh, you film content with your husband. What do you guys do? And I said, oh, we film content in bed. And I didn't clarify what we did. And I walked away and I realized afterward, I was like, oh man, I should have probably clarified what exactly we do. But,
yeah.
Oh well.
I'm sure the lady saw me and was like, y'all must not be very profitable.
Okay, book like 3.5 in period. What do you think it's going to be? Not book 4.
Oh, you mean the October
like the surprise one? Yeah.
I personally, and I don't know if it's not really what I think it's gonna be. It's what I hope it's gonna be, because we got so much information about it. Is Pappy's book, the one that she unlocked, and it's got a lot of information in it. I want to know like the backstory, either him writing it or what's more in it, because I just think it's odd because the things in his book have solved problems throughout it. Like even the thing that happened with Garrick with the cake where she saw the blue.
Sure.
In the book, it talks about the birds that had the blue on their beak and how you would reverse it. Why would he have something so specific in there about something that was going to happen in the future? So I want to know that story, or even so either Pappy's journal or like Lily's journal, because I feel like there's a lot with Mama Sorrengail too.
We don't know.
Those two are like a big mystery, you know. Or even Dylan Before the Parapet. Like, what was he like?
It's not gonna happen. I need to give up on that dream. Okay, how do you think ACOTAR will end? Like the first book.
The first book?
Yeah. Based off where you are, we have ended off right now with Callan Mai.
Okay.
Has just happened. So where do you think that this story is going to go?
I don't know. For me, I feel like we just met our new guy. Like he was the one. He was terribly scary. He's beautiful. This is it. This is where. So for me, Tamlin was like our wolf Uber that got us to this guy. And so I hope
we're still with Tamlin.
We know the new guy is not part of this kingdom or
okay.
that court. So wherever he's at, I hope that's where we end up at. And then we find out maybe more, because Tamlin took her, and I'm like, did he take her for another reason? Is he as nice as he actually kind of is trying to? It looks like he's trying really hard to be nice. He's trying too hard. And I feel like this is the honeymoon period with Tamlin, and he's not off to a great start. From, you know, he plays the fiddle, he's got blonde hair, and then he's also mating with women for crops. This is not something I'd be interested in long term.
That's fair. Okay. All right. On to the next. How much do you know about the book before you read them?
Before them?
Before we start them?
Not a whole lot. At Fourth Wing, I didn't know anything on. I know a bunch of the girls at work had read the ACOTAR books.
Series.
I would see them, and I remember them burning through the books. That's why sometimes it's hard to like go so slow, or if one of us gets tired, because I'm like, I want to know what's going to happen, because at work I'd watch a girl would have one of the books, and then the next week she's on to the next one, like cut it quick.
Well, they have like the different colors,
yes,
so you know they're moving
that's
on.
How I know. I feel like the Fourth Wing ones were kind of like darker colors, so maybe you couldn't tell. But yeah, the ACOTAR is like, it's like green, purple, you know.
That's true. Okay, I think this is so funny. Which crayon do you think you would use most if you did a favorite painting?
I mean, for my stick figure that she's probably drawing, I would do. Okay, it's a mix of two books. I'd probably pick Violet, because we got Violet and Fourth Wing, just to pay a little homage there. And then our new guy, we just met him. He just saved us, and he was shadowy, but he had violet like eye color as well. So I feel like seems like these are gonna be two of my favorite characters. So
you think so? We just met this guy. We know nothing about him.
He's not Tamlin. I think it was so.
It's just because he's not Tamlin.
I think it was so genius that Sarah J. Maas gave us like this garbage man, where if this is like the new guy, it's just gonna be night and day. He's out here saving. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. He's out here saving us, and Tamlin's at his party. You know, like no,
you're not having it. Yeah. Okay, which brand of crayons would you use?
Oh, Crayola, the good stuff.
I think that's so funny. Okay, this is a great one. How to convince your husband to read a fantasy.
Oh, and maybe it depends on what they like. I really liked like Lord of the Rings. I did like a lot of fantasy stuff. I liked
Prior.
Like Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, like a bunch of the really fancy things, and it's just adding the romance to it. But I do feel like the reason why I like it so much is you have fantasy, but the romance makes it high stakes, so it actually takes it to the next level. That's why when the whole Liam thing happened, and I was like super sad because I didn't even know you could like connect like with a character like that. It was just really cool. So it makes you even more invested. I think the romance makes it where you're like more focused.
I feel like too, I feel like people think that I did something to convince you to read these. I really just feel that you also came to this conclusion on your own that you were going to read them.
But you also pick something I like. So I'd say the best thing you can do is
you were interested in.
Find out what your husband or boyfriend likes. There's so many romanticities, and pick something that tailors towards it. Like if they're Star Wars people, maybe you can find kind of.
I knew starting with Fourth Wing was a great gateway
because I like dragons, all that kind of stuff. So you kind of already had moved me over from like it's almost felt like a Lord of the Rings kind of. A little bit vibey.
That's a very true statement. That I feel like starting something somewhere that you know that they would be interested in.
Yeah, it's like
I think if I were to start you at ACOTAR, you wouldn't have been as involved. But Fourth Wing was a great gateway.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Oh, Xaden or Kingfisher? I already know the answer to this.
I do too. But here's the thing. Either way, it is a tough choice. I think it might just be, it's going to sound bad, because Xaden's my first. You know what I mean? That was my first book series, and I don't know. It's close, but out of those two, I think and maybe because I got to read more about him, I know like a little bit more of his backstory. I was just getting to know kind of Kingfishers.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you want to tell yourself. You just love Xaden.
I do. I don't.
I feel like as soon as Xaden showed up, you were like, this is it.
Well, you knew so quick. Like, again, that's why I'm so giddy about where we're at in ACOTAR, because it's the same vibe. Like, she showed up to the parapet and he's standing there. It's like, you better get going. And it's just this kind of like reeks of arrogance, strong. Like, it's kind of feels like that same like prototype character. Like,
sure.
You know, and I don't know if they're all in these books, but it feels like, for the most part, it's like they have this same. They give off the same vibe. So you kind of know where to look.
Okay. Ideal romantasy book percentages breakdown. Like, so would you like 50% fantasy, 50% romance? Like, do you have an ideal?
I feel like you can't do one without the other, but I would probably say fantasy maybe a little higher, like 60-70%, and then the romantasy part maybe like 30-40, somewhere in there kind of thing.
Yeah, you really like the romance, like the
because again, without the romance,
it.
There's no stakes. Like when you think of the stuff Xaden does, Xaden doing that without the romance part of like being involved with Violet doesn't make any sense.
Sure.
Like it makes it like when he like, well, I don't want to spoil anything if anybody hasn't read that one, but he does a lot of stuff, and it makes it like epic where you're like you get chills kind of thing.
What's your favorite trope so far?
It's got to be enemies to lovers.
I was going to say.
So far. I haven't read a whole lot, but enemies to lovers. I feel like, is there anything else? That's the one.
No. Oh, who would win in a fight, Tamlin or Xaden?
I mean, you got to realize, I hate Tamlin, so he's always going to lose. I don't care who he's going up against, you know? He can go up against Colin Creevey from Harry Potter, and I think I'd find a connection where, like, the photos would blind him and he'd fall backwards. Okay, so I'm going to say Xaden, because not only Xaden's got shadows, and I know Tamlin can turn into, like, the Beast and all that kind of stuff, but he also is a dragon. You know, and so you think about Spring Court, a lot of their magic comes from, like, we got to have pretty flowers. Sigil would take care of that right away. So sure. I think 100% Xaden.
Okay. I love that. What would, on that note, what would Tamlin have to do at this point to win you over?
I think the only thing that he would have had to be under a spell or something. He would.
Okay.
There would have to be real reason. Like if there was still like 5% of him still in there, if he's being like mind controlled, I could try to look past. I couldn't, but I would get closer to looking past that.
Okay, I feel like that's fair. How do you think Feyre is going to feel about Tamlin now, after we met?
I'm scared because
the most beautiful man.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I'm worried about it, because the family life she came from was really, really bad, and she tolerated a lot, and I'm worried she's gonna try to tolerate more. But I'm done. Okay, like I'm done. And usually me and Feyre are like hive mind.
There you go.
But I think, is this where we split? Because I'm done.
This where you give up?
I'm looking for our exit. Like we know he's from another court. Let's get there. Let's move on. Lucian's given us some good info. Catch the surreal again. Let's find out where to go. So no, I think for me, I'm hoping she was looking to escape back in the day. Let's escape, kind of thing.
All right. Ooh, if you weren't filming, like if we weren't filming this, is this your normal reading speed?
No, no. My gosh, my books for my life would be like, I've read 9 books in my life.
You do read slower,
not
because
like
not like that. That's like.
But you do. You're the fast reader.
I am the faster reader.
Like when you read a book, I'm probably like, because I like when I read.
You really are very much attention to detail.
Yeah, because I'll
just naturally.
If I don't understand what something looks like or something is, I'll keep reading it until I understand what the character's looking at or where I can see it. Because then it makes sense to me. If not, it becomes then it gets cloudy.
That makes sense.
So you read probably I'd say you read over twice as fast as me. But you can read a book in a night. You're really quick.
I can be. Okay. Oh, I love this. Favorite female main character that we've had. Tough one.
That is tough. Man.
I feel like. Do I know it?
And I don't know if it's just because she goes along with Zayden, if that's a package deal. I'm gonna say Violet, but you know what though? I honestly like Saris and Feyre. They all kind of give off that same energy. I think that's why I like being their POVs, because like you got to think how they're thinking isn't how I normally think in real life. They're like in real life, I'm like, I need to get to Chipotle and get a bowl. Like I'm very like nothing's really going on. But then like something they get wrong down, like we need to unalive them. We need, like you get into their
bandwagon.
But they're like you get into their mindset. And they're different, but they do have some similarities, kind of thing. So, but I'd say Violet just because like the fourth one was kind of like, I don't know, the first one.
Yeah, well, Violet. Ooh, what would Feyre's family need to do for you to forgive them?
Die. No. No, again, it would have to be one of these things because it just is so like ridiculous. Like the dad, for him to sit there, so he would have had to be there. If there's a reason why he can't help her, or like kind of like he's under a spell, or the family is, or something like that, I do feel like would be maybe a reason. I don't know.
Okay. Would you write your own romantasy book series?
Oh my gosh. Maybe, but I feel like it would take forever because I'm so big into like the Easter eggs and whatnot, and I tangent so much, so I think it would take a while.
I actually feel like I could see you writing like a youth,
like a YA one.
Yeah. Or like a young adult, more than I would see you writing romantasy.
Me struggling through that because I mean, you know, from the videos and stuff, I get kind of giggly.
You do.
So I can't imagine me like he placed his hand on thigh. I don't think that'd be very.
It would be good. It would be yes, but I definitely see you. I could see Logan writing. I'm gonna take this question. Okay. I could see Logan writing one because he is so big at connecting details, and he is so good at. At first, I thought it was like just a Rebecca Yarros thing, but then he did it with Callie's book and Quicksilver, and then he's now doing it in ACOTAR, where he's picking up on so many little details that I feel like he would be great at writing those little details and having fun Easter egging us through things. And I think it would be really good.
I feel like a lot of these authors are like,
you have some wild ideas.
Me?
Sometimes, like the things that don't get posted that people don't realize that I cut out. I mean, And I tell you, I have hours of unseen footage that people haven't seen, but just ideas that Logan has of like interconnections and things that you're like, wow, it's crazy how your mind works about how you go through these. I don't know. It's really, really impressive.
You know what it is? I think a lot of these writers are like Swifties. You know how Taylor Swift's always like hide and stuff. So that's what it feels like. It feels like you're borderline like reading, but you're in an escape room at the same time. You're like trying to figure it out.
I definitely feel like that would translate to you writing these books, and I think it would be really great. And I think that you would surprise a lot of people with where things were going down the road and stuff. I don't know. I think it would be good. I like this one. Behind the scenes, how do we film? So should I take this one, or you want to take this one? I film. Logan lays in bed usually like so. Usually I like, if it's like a big chapter that I know that I don't want to like give anything away on, I'll just film the whole thing and then I will edit from there. But if it's like Logan always has something to say regardless. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just like, I have my phone there and I will read alongside of him, and if I see something like popping up, or Logan usually will give me like a okay, and he'll set his tablet down and I'll know it's time to like film whatever crazy thing he's about to say. So that's maybe we need to do like a little behind the scenes or something, like filming what I see, it's because it's kind of wild.
I do feel like the reason why I have a lot to say is because I'm only reading a couple chapters at a time. So for me, it's and I think that's why I get so connected to the characters. Like Fourth Wing took me like 9 months to read, so I got to stay immersed in that world for so long. In real life, I would have read the first Fourth Wing in probably a day or a day and a half, and you speed through it. So as I'm reading during the day, I'm sometimes thinking about like what I read. And
like, you would come home and tell me about stuff.
I'm so over Tamlin, but it's because I've had like 2 weeks of his shenanigans. Like while everybody else had maybe 6 hours of his shenanigans. You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
I like this one. What would you say to husbands who think like these books are like silly?
They're crazy. Like I think they have to, don't knock it till you try it.
I think that's what you could.
Because it's one of those things is like, again, I thought romantasy was, because I like rom-coms. I was like, how was the guy in 10 days? 13 going on 30.
She's the man.
She's the man. Oh, that's
solid.
We just watched it like 2 days. It's so good.
Good.
But that's kind of what I thought it was. And I was like, I was very, very wrong. Because when I was thinking of romantasy, I thought of, my grandma used to read like those books with like Fabio on it. And I don't even really know if they had much of a plot, but it had Fabio on it, you know. But these are totally different.
They are. They're so good. Has reading brought us closer?
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like we're always really close. But I feel like this is just given... Stop it. But I feel like this is just like another way for us to have connected.
It's a way to...
And it's a fun way.
It's a fun way. And we have small kids too. So it's a way to like bond as like grown-ups, to like be able to like talk about books and stuff like that too. Because so much of our life is like focused on kids. So it's like, and that's why I'm like, if you have kids, such a great escape. Such a fun thing
I would agree with that. Ooh, how did we start reading together the series?
Do you want to, or you want me to?
You can go.
So like spoiler alert. So Melissa had a stroke like 2.5 years ago, and her recovery's been kind of like up and down. And not this January, but the January before, she was out of commission for about like 6 to 8 weeks, where she was just kind of in bed. And so I had our kids, and I'd get our kids to bed, and really it was the only thing that we really could do, because the kids would wake up, crack of dawn, go to sleep, and so we'd have a couple hours to spend together in bed. Sometimes we would watch a movie, but then you asked me if I would read these books with you, and then we started doing it, and we would talk about it a lot, because it was our time to kind of bond. So it was cool because you were videoing like some of it, and you captured some of it, and then I guess uploaded it, and then it just kind of took off from there. But it was like it was moments that we were getting to share, where we were just together and getting to be like a couple. And so it was kind of fun, because it started out as just something fun that we were doing together, like just a bonding experience, because we didn't get to bond a lot during the day.
I think I was too sick to really do anything, and so I asked Logan if he would read with me at night, because I was like, basically all I could do was just lay in bed. So it was just a nice little bonding experience for him and I. And then obviously I was like, I should film this. and then
I got
went
really
from
into
there.
them, where I was like I was starting to think about theories. And
yes, I didn't think that Logan would get as into it as he did, because then he started pulling out a magnadoodle and giving theories on things, and
We didn't have
then
any
I knew
paper.
that I knew that we were like really in deep. Ooh, we've talked about this, so I hope that you say what I think you're gonna say. What character would you play in a film adaptation?
Oh gosh. Because I want more screen time. More screen time. I wouldn't say Dylan. His was a short.
No, you'd have to. We've already said you're gonna play Dylan's dad.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And I'll be like, my boy. Ah. One of those Harry Potter moments.
Send it over to Rebecca.
I don't know. I feel like
Let her
probably
know.
who I would be in the books. I do relate to Riddick because he tries to find like. He tries to lighten the mood and stuff, but in book 3, you see that serious side pop out where like he's thinking, like, which makes me think he's actually a pretty complex character where he's like funny, but there's more going on between like LOL. Like he has kind of more. So I do relate to his character. Do I want to say Zayden? Yeah. Do I want to say like when I pass him here, I'm like, it's me and my guy, but it's not. I wish it was. It's not.
Well, on the heels of that, what character do you relate to the most? I would say for you, maybe like Riddick or Carrion.
Yeah, they're just kind of more
like
more
silly,
fun.
goofy.
But it's kind of like too. Carrion was the same type of character where he's really silly, but there was more going on. He just kind of played it off.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, what world would you want to go into?
I mean, honestly, there's no world. I just want to stay in Deverelli, just to stay on the beach. Live that life. But if I had to pick,
that's fair.
Yeah, I mean that was like sandals or beaches. I was like,
yeah,
that's where
somebody
we go.
Get us out there.
Yeah,
How do we get there?
No magic, nothing that draws. But I would say probably Perithian because I haven't seen much, and there's a lot of these different courts. And again, I'm not interested in the other suitors now. We got them. We caught them. but I want to explore the world. And then there's like Highburn, I think, and there's like another area. So for me,
you're about
with
exploring.
Fourth Wing, we explored a lot of it, but with this one, I haven't seen as much yet. So I'm excited.
That makes sense. Ooh, what are your thoughts on dark romance? It's like reading
in the dark.
Or no. Like a dark I read Phantasma.
Oh, see, I haven't really read.
You haven't really read those, so it's kind of hard because you haven't really
these?
discovered that world yet.
Yeah.
These are more light. I feel like the dark romance. I definitely feel like we'd have to ease you into it if we tried it. I feel like it might be a little bit too much for Logan. It's so wholesome. Last question, and I'm gonna already tell people that this last question is gonna be one that we'll have to film separately, but I'll give it to Logan just to watch his wheels turn. Who do you think the brother is?
Oh, dude, that's Rebecca Yar's left a mess for us. A mess. Do you want to know who I think it is, though?
I feel like we're gonna have to do a whole separate video on it because Logan's gonna go off on a tangent.
Because I already said that I think in the Rivestad chest, and that I don't think it is Jack Barlow. I think it's
Liam.
I think he was able to be like Rez, like brought back, where he's like a Venom version of himself that's in there. That's why he's locked away. But I don't think he's the brother. I do think the brother is another rebellion kid. So then if that is the case, and you've got bad boy Zayden and bad boy Liam, and you've got another bad boy rebellion kid, Melgren can't see where they're at. And I'm like, what a crazy twist that would be. Because now the thing that
I
used
want
to
that
help
now
them
after
hurt
you've
them.
said that. I feel like to me, it just seems like such a great way for Rebecca to go.
Because then they can move
and
in
I
silence.
want it so bad.
They're stealth. They can't be stopped. You don't know where they're going.
Even if you're wrong, I feel like I want it to be correct.
It's because you love me.
I do love you. But I feel like, again, this is where you, with your mind and your ideas, that I can see you writing your own series, because I'm like, that'd be such a cool detail to have the 3 rebellion kids where he can't see the outcome of battles and things with these 3 rebellion Venom kids. I think it'd be a cool concept.
Which I just think for me, this is so cool because I've never read books that haven't been finished yet. This is new for me. So for me, I actually love it because it's like almost this, it's like a community where everybody's like so excited. Because I read Harry Potter's, but I read them all after they came out.
Yeah,
so I didn't get to build that hype. I know you told me you picked up like the 5th book and you were in your park. You pulled up to your house and you fell asleep in the car just reading.
Yeah, my gosh, you had to read those books as they came out.
So it's fun to have something unfinished where everybody's excited. I don't know. I think I really like that. I love like that everybody has their own theories and to see how it plays out. I think it's really cool.
It's so much fun. Okay, well that's where we're gonna end our Q&A for today. We're currently on a golf course. If you didn't realize, in Monterey, and we're just enjoying our anniversary together and figured we would do this. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate every person that watched this, and we appreciate every person that is following us on TikTok or on Instagram. If you're not subscribed here, please do so, because I feel like we're going to probably do some more things like this.
What a plug.
But thank you. We really appreciate everybody. So thank you again. Bye.